Hello, everyone. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary.
You said I couldn't say anything.
That was before I pushed record. Oh my gosh.
Well, you weren't specific, were you?
No, I wasn't. Obviously, next person I work with I'll be more specific. Well, that's jumping ahead. So
that's a little hint there, isn't it?
Yes, it was, just like whatever. So what do you have?
Well, we're going to talk about some pets around the world.
Pets?
Everybody knows dogs. Everybody loves dogs. There's been a big boom in adopting dogs since COVID, which, as an aside, apparently in the United States of America, there is now a problem with doggy daycare because now that people are going back to work, they're trying to find some place to put their doggies for the day, and there's not enough spaces.
Wow.
I know. Wow. So maybe think about starting a doggy daycare.
Yeah.
And of course, cats. And there's the big controversy: dogs or cats, cats or dogs, dogs or cats. In some countries, it's a status thing to even be able to own a pet because, it costs a lot of money to have a pet.
Yeah, they need a lot of care.
They do. But in China, yes, crickets are very popular pets.
Crickets?
The Chinese apparently have revered crickets for centuries, and they keep them on display in their homes in beautiful cages made out of bamboo, and they sing.
I didn't know. What do they sing?
It's probably something from Disney.
Okay.
Now, I don't support this.
Okay.
But in China, cricket fighting is a sport. I know. Only male crickets can sing.
That makes sense. That's what attract the female. I get that.
Okay. And if you're going to get a cricket, try and catch one inside your home. They come in the fall and it's nice and warm and they're already housebroken. So there's your cricket thing. I've eaten crickets. I ate crickets in Vietnam, deep fried crickets.
Yeah.
They were fine, whatever. And they're a little aftertasty, but I think I'd rather have it as a pet. Oh, cricket flour is huge, and apparently it's so high in protein. It's just crazy.
Wow, that would take a lot of crickets to make flour.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a sign of the times, and it's maybe the future. So blah, 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 blah.
Do you think?
What have you got for me, Nancy?
Well, I just want to ask this question. Do you think people raise crickets to sell?
Oh, they absolutely do, because they're like, I forget, is it snakes or reptiles? If you have reptiles for pets,
yeah,
then you have to go buy crickets to feed them. So absolutely. And in Vietnam, they had cricket farms.
Right. Okay.
Like tubs and tubs and tubs of the larva or pupa or whatever, and then the next stage and the next stage. So yes, absolutely, Nancy.
Interesting. Okay, today my quotes are all, or whatever they are, it's all about horses. There you go. Well, that took care of that, Mary.
Nancy, I used to have a horse. Her name was Suede, and she was beautiful.
When did you have a horse?
Geez, I guess it's been, I wish I had a picture I could show you. Yeah, when I lived in Delta, and I used to board her, and I showed her a couple of times, and she was, the lady that owned one of the stables that I kept her at said that she was as shiny as a new copper penny.
Oh, so what happened to your horse?
I retired her. Horses are a lot of work, and they're not that big, strong creature that you think they are. Yeah. And so I retired her, and eventually she went to that great rainbow sky holding place, and she's waiting for me there.
Oh, very nice. Okay. I hope.
So what have you got to tell me about horses? Tell me.
Well, these are just quotes. Okay. So this first.
I'll be right back. Stay there.
What the heck?
Go for it, Nancy.
What are you doing, Mary? Our camera freezes all the time, people.
I'm looking for a picture of my horse.
Oh, I see.
Okay, go for it, Nancy.
Okay, so this first quote is from Ronnie Sweet. Now, I looked up who Ronnie Sweet is. It's Ronni, and there were a number of Ronnie Sweet, so I don't have no idea who this is. But Ronnie said, it is the horse's gift to connect us with heaven and our own footsteps.
It's true. There is nothing like being on a horse's back. No saddle, just feeling the horse move under you, the warmth of it. Oh, he's so right, that Ronnie.
I was only on a horse, I think maybe once in my life. And it's, you know, you could go to these places and ride horses, like a lot of teenagers, girls did that a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I can remember, no, I'm up there and my legs felt like that.
I bet.
Must have been a big old workhorse, you know, and I kept sliding to one side.
Yeah, horseback riding is an art, and boy, you see some people that do the dressage and the jumping. It's just amazing. You've got a topic near and dear to my heart.
Oh, very nice then.
But I want to talk about beetles.
What do you have about beetles?
They're very popular in Japan,
Okay.
and they keep them as insects. The stag beetle and the rhinoceros beetle are very popular in Japan.
Okay.
In fact, there's even pet stores that's all they cater to is beetles.
It is unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
What people will spend their money on amazes me.
I know.
I think.
Well, I guess insects are nice for, like, you know, small homes and stuff because they don't take up much space. And yeah.
And that makes sense. Much cheaper to upkeep.
And if they die, you just go get another one.
Oh, gee, that's sweet. Oh, my poor pet. Oh, what the heck? I'll get another one.
Exactly. Going on holidays.
Oh, here's my pet beetle. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I love pet beetles.
Oh, yeah, we're so sentimental about beetles. Well, this is what Winston Churchill said about horses. There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of a man.
So true. I used to stand by my horse and just put my nose in behind her ear and just breathe her in.
Oh. Well, I was wondering what you would be thinking if you're at the horse's tail.
That the tail is beautiful and you brush it and it comes out so gorgeous.
And you don't want to see it lift up while you're there.
Even horse poo is good. It is. So horse poo doesn't smell like cow poo or anything like that. And something that makes me laugh is down at the dike, they have signs because, you know, people ride their horses along the dike to pick up your horse poo on the dike. Okay. So you've got your horse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You've got people coming along with their bikes and kids and stuff like that.
Yes.
So now you have to get your shovel. Okay. And you have to scoop the poop and then put it in a bag. I have never seen anything so silly as or dangerous, in my opinion, as scooping poop. And then people with dog poop that stinks, they just leave it around. Horse poop is benign.
I know it's just so bizarre, but I guess just because of the size of it, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. But it is like horse, moving around.
Yeah.
Shovel, bag. You hold the bag in your mouth while you're shoveling. And I don't know. But they do have bags that fit over horses' tails, so they poop in them.
That's what I was going to say. I've seen that. Maybe I can't remember, but if you go maybe in Montreal, if they have a horse in the carriage that you go on for the rides, I bet you they have those pails so they don't have there's poop everywhere, right? Because after a while, it gets to be
it can build up for sure.
Yeah. Now this is a really short one here. A canter is a cure for every evil. That's from Benjamin Disraeli. So
the canter is so
a canter is a cure for every evil. And
it's so smooth and fluid. And when you get into that canter, like it's smoother than a trot. Oh, a canter.
Got into trotting there.
Yeah, that's a trot. Now do the canter. So you kind of flow more with the canter. And then a gallop. Do a gallop. It's so
You
true.
ran away.
That's so true. I've been on runaway horses, Nancy.
Oh
It
no.
ain't fun.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh my gosh. All right.
Nancy,
Yes, ma'am.
wallabies. You know, little wallabies, like miniature kangaroos.
Yes.
Well, in Australia, apparently they become pets. So
Oh,
if a wallaby has become orphaned, like because of an accident,
yeah.
people take them in and they kept them as pets.
Oh.
But you may require a permit in order to do that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Me too. Because they are awfully cute.
I wonder, like, what kind of pet they would make, you know?
Well, apparently they make suitable pets. They become attached to you. They're affectionate.
That sounds
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Mary.
Wait a minute, Nancy.
Mary, what?
If I had a wallaby as a pet, I'd call it Nancy.
Why?
Because they're little and cute.
Oh, oh, gee, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a wallaby.
I'm a wannabe.
I'm a wannabe wallaby. All right. There is a touch of divinity, even in brutes, and a special halo about a horse that should forever exempt him from indignities.
True. Let's not even talk about indignities, okay?
And that was Herman said that.
Yeah.
That doesn't, I don't know Herman who. I don't know if it's his last name or first name.
Herman's right, whoever he is. There's nothing like a horse.
Yeah. All right. Your turn.
Okay. So you're going to know about this one. Birds for pets.
Birds?
Birds.
Yeah.
Like lovebirds and parrots and cockatoos and things like that.
Yeah.
We used to have lovebirds for pets.
Mm.
And apparently chickens, turkeys, ducks, and geese, it sounds like a song. Chickens, turkeys, ducks, and geese, ducks and geese, ducks and geese, turkeys, chickens, ducks, and geese are popular pets in the U.S.
We had a canary, and I'll have to tell you, this canary was smart. First of all, they have individual songs. Different canaries have different songs, but
yeah.
My niece Caroline, before she was walking, they were always at our place, and she'd be crawling along the floor, and she'd go over to the bird cage and she'd shake the cage. Now I can't remember our canary's name. I've forgotten it. Maybe it was Nick. Maybe it was Nikki. Anyway, we would make something up. Yeah, I think it was Nikki. We'd open the cage door and let the bird flew around, whatever like that. That bird was so clever. So when Caroline was there and she'd be crawling along, he would be on the floor. So she'd go try to reach for him, and he would just keep ahead of her, a little bit ahead of her all the time.
He knew that she was dangerous.
Yes. Yes, but he could have flown up in his cage, but he just stayed there. I think he was teasing her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So did the canary bond with one of you more than another?
I think this one bonded very much with my mother.
Okay.
And they have beautiful songs. They really, really do.
Yes, they do. They do, and they can be taught songs, can't they?
Yes, like I remember. Well, I had one later on when I lived on my own. But they can be taught to sing tunes by. Oh gosh, I've gone brain dead. But anyway, like you said, they've been taught. They're different.
Yeah.
Their own different style of music.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a rocker canary. I've never heard.
So popular species include parrots, which of course can live for 40, 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Cockatiels, finches, doves, budgerigars, and lovebirds.
Okay.
But chickens, turkeys, ducks, and geese, ducks and geese, ducks and geese, chickens, turkeys, ducks, and geese are more popular than hamsters and guinea pigs as pets in the United States.
Wow. People have to really think carefully if they're going to get like a cockatoo, one of those big birds, because as you said, they can live a long time. And if you die, they get really attached to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they can go into depression, whatever, and start losing their feathers. So you have to introduce them to somebody else that would take them.
Yeah, it's true.
Something happened to you.
We adopted a young parrot, and we'd had experience with birds. We adopted a young parrot, and we had to give it back because it had bonded so much with its owner that it didn't want to have anything to do with us.
Yeah.
And she was the only one that, I mean, it wasn't mean or anything. It just didn't want to have anything to do with us.
Yeah.
So Tracy had to come and take it back.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew a guy, he had, I can't remember, it was one of the big ones, a cockatiel, whatever it was. But now this guy himself, he was a Trekkie fan. So this bird would go, live long and prosper.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Love stuff like that. It's so cool.
Tell me more about horses. I want to hear more about horses.
Okay. Okay. I'm still under the impression that there is nothing alive quite so beautiful as a thoroughbred horse. That's John Galsworthy. He wrote the Forsyth Saga.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So if he had just said horse, I would have agreed with them. I'm not sure. He said thoroughbred?
He said thoroughbred. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I agree with them on thoroughbreds. Everybody has their own, like I like quarter horses. People like all different kinds. So I like the horse part, but I'm not sure about the thoroughbred part.
Now, what is it they have in Austria? Is it the Litten?
Yeah.
And they're born
Liechtenstein,
something like that. And they're born
something like that.
They're born brown, right?
And they're gorgeous.
And then they go white as they get older.
Yeah.
So when I was there, we went to one of the shows, okay?
Yeah.
And they had this one, an adult, never changed color.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool,
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was like the kind of like the mascot or the star of the show.
Oh, very cool.
Because they did put on a show for everybody, and oh gosh, these animals are just.
I know. Horses are amazing, but so are fish.
Okay.
And fish are popular pets around the world. I used to have fish. 8% of households in the United Kingdom have indoor fish.
Okay.
Freshwater fish like koi and goldfish are most common, but saltwater fish too. But man, those tanks take a lot of upkeep, right?
Yeah.
And there's a problem with koi and goldfish. People get tired of them, put them into BC lakes and ponds, and they're carp. I mean, goldfish are just carp, and they take over everything. They can be quite aggressive, and goldfish, everybody thinks of them as these cute little things, but they can grow quite big. Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Take over.
And then there's the fighting fish. I don't get the fighting fish.
No.
This seems wrong.
Yeah, because they only have them in a small little container usually, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen
and
those.
then they put two in their containers looking at each other, and they try and fight each other from inside.
Stuff like that. I'm like you. I don't appreciate things like that.
Nope.
I don't appreciate if you're going to get some kind of a pet that's going to live its whole life in a small little container.
I get it.
I guess they live in puddles and stuff like naturally. I think that's why they do that. But it's like, why do we have to, own everything and cage and whatever?
Exactly. Tell me more about horses.
Okay. I call my horses divine mirrors. They reflect back the emotions you put in. If you put in love and respect and kindness and curiosity, the horse will return that.
I believe that.
That was said by Alan Hamilton. He's an American physician, consultant for Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of fun.
That's cool.
When you get some names like that in there.
You know what else bonds with you? Our pet rabbits.
Oh, yes.
I know about you and rabbits, though.
Well, I love rabbits. Yeah, I would eat them, but I love rabbits at the same time. I would have a pet rabbit. I would never eat my pet.
You can train them to be toilet trained. You can train them to be like just trained. They can be quite large or little bunnies, and they're so cute. The only thing is you have to watch them because they'll chew on your cords and things like that.
Yeah.
And talking about rabbits, hamsters, guinea pigs, ferrets, chinchilla, fancy rats are popular in the United States. Another song. Hamsters, guinea pigs, ferrets, chinchillas, and fancy rats are popular pets in the USA. Oh, Judah Day. So we were in Ecuador. We went to this lady's house, and she was raising guinea pigs because they're a delicacy over there.
Yeah.
And so the translator, I told the translator, I said, tell her that we have them as pets in Canada, in North America. And she laughed so hard, she thought we were nuts. And they were all over her house. Like she had a ladder to upstairs, but they're just running around all over her house.
Oh, interesting. By the way, rabbit stew is delicious. But wild rabbits, I know people raise rabbits for food, but I grew up, we ate wild rabbits. That my father.
I know. And who could skin them better?
Well, that was my job as a little kid.
How old were you?
Well, I'm told I was 7. I know I did it when I was 9, but the older ones have told me that I started when I was 7 years old.
Who would give a 7-year-old a sharp knife?
Listen, when we were kids, we had little pen knives. We used to play games with them. Like nothing happened, like we go, what happens is, like somebody decides somebody gets hurt, say with a knife. Oh, now the kid can never have a knife again. Like you can't put kids in cotton wool.
No, and I personally think children should be given parachutes and put up on roofs.
I try. That reminds me of something. When we lived in New Brunswick, we had a shed. All right, that's where the coal was stored or whatever like that. And it's wintertime, and northern New Brunswick, you get a lot of snow. So we would often jump off of the shed into the snow. So one time, I don't know where we got that umbrella, because I'm sure we didn't usually have umbrellas. And I tried it with the umbrella because I'm thinking I'm going to just float.
Mary Poppins.
Didn't work. Well, I didn't know about Mary Poppins. I never heard of her at that point, but no, it didn't.
Right.
It didn't work.
Okay, I'm going to finish off with this.
Okay.
Reptiles are the most popular pets among millennials.
Okay.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Pet turtles, box turtles, painted turtles, and once again, they get tired of them, they release them in the wild, and they cause havoc.
Right.
And turtles carry salmonella bacteria and other reptiles as well. I used to go to a reptile rescue place in Abbotsford, and what people had done to these reptiles, because I don't know, did they think they don't suffer pain or whatever, was horrendous. I know.
Well,
so let's end this, Nancy, with a nice thing about a horse.
Well, I got 3 little things, but I just want to talk about it first.
Okay.
Lily, my daughter-in-law, Lily, bought a turtle long time ago. As far as I know, it's still alive. And they decided every once in a while to maybe introduce another turtle, so it wouldn't be alone. Her turtle is a killer turtle. Did not appreciate having another turtle around at all. Just killed it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, very aggressive. Anyway, okay, so I've got 3 quick ones here.
Okay, let's hear it.
I can make a general in 5 minutes, but a good horse is hard to replace. Abraham Lincoln.
A true statement was never said.
When you are on a great horse, you have the best seat you will ever have. Winston Churchill.
It's true. Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine Winston Churchill on a horse.
And one more, a pony is a childhood dream. A horse is an adult treasure.
Oh, Nancy, I'm so glad that we have ended this show, this exchange on such a positive note. Now, do you want to tell everybody something?
Yes, everybody out there, this is Mary's last episode. Apparently she has better things to do, like what, I don't know. People get their priorities all screwed up. So I'm going to be looking for a replacement. And for that, you'll have to audition. There's certain criteria. First of all, you have to be able to play. This is going to be our playpen, right? So we have to mesh and get along and blah, blah, blah. And
Nancy is very difficult to get along with.
And you have to respect the fact that there is absolutely no rehearsing.
No rehearsing.
No rehearsing. What else is there? You have to look up things yourself, because like I'm not babysitting you, okay? You get your own material.
I vouch for that. She has never babysat me. My dogs, yes, but never me. It's a diaper thing.
Yes. Now you have to watch the, I would suggest watch the show a few times. Just go to YouTube and look for Now You Know with Mary and Nancy, just so you get an idea what it's about. So you can see some of the episodes. So if you haven't watched it, like, come on, you know.
And here's the other thing. Let me do the next thing. Okay. And this is where I struggle. Is you have to be able to make a commitment and be there when you're gonna be committed to. And that's huge. And I have let Nancy down on that a couple of times.
We're going to pick a day and a time that suits both parties. And then you have to be willing to share. That's another thing, you know, you have to be willing to share on Facebook or whatever social media you post things on. And no seriousness allowed. If you're serious, don't apply. Please send me a message on private message on Facebook, okay, to apply for it. And we'll.
And what's your Facebook page, Nancy?
Nancy Guitar.
Okay. Guitar.
Guitar. So yeah, so that's it, people. So just hopefully, you know, I'm hoping that we'll get a few people. There are 3 people already who are interested. So here's my thought, Mary.
Not one.
Here's my thought. We have them audition and then post them on Facebook and all that media, and maybe people say, oh, Nancy, I think you work best with so-and-so and whatever, you know. So some of you are going to be disappointed. I'm sorry. Or maybe we can alternate. Well, anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's it. Thank you, Mary.
It's been a sight, thanks for starting this up. I have enjoyed it when we've done it, and I shall say our last high five.
We'll talk
again. We're going to get it this time.
Oh, darn it. We missed once again, Mary. We missed.
Oh, wait a minute. We almost had it.
Okay, wait. Oh, wrong hand. Wait. I hit the camera.
Hey, Nancy.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks, everybody. Later, people.